As you leave here this morning, I hope all of you recognize his accomplishments behind the scene. Bill Walsh, you are a true giant for all the right reasons, and I want to congratulate you for being not only a part of this organization.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Not only for being a part of this organization, but for being a part of my life.
Okay, my friend. I had to chuckle just a little bit when Ronnie referred to me as a genius, because I know he wasn't calling me a genius a few years ago. All I can remember is him coming off the field saying, "What'd you do that for?" One person I would like to mention here is one of the greatest football players of all time that played for the Oakland Raiders, one of the most courageous football players of all time, Jim Otto. I'd like to recognize Jim. Because this reminds me of a group of Raider supporters right here. Just briefly, I attended for a number of years a gathering that's held in Aspen, Colorado by the Forceman group. Some of the men and women may have attended those or may attend those. And they're confabs on all issues internationally and within the United States that confront our society. And some of the most brilliant people in the world were there. Some of the most notable Americans were there. And I happened to have been invited. But in one particular session, they spoke on and on and on about how we can improve SAT scores and how we can have SAT scores improved and how we can basically improve the future for that 3 or 4% element of our society, and they were just focused on that. And they had any number of people speak, from eminent educators to politicians to scientists, others. And to be honest with you, I was getting more and more uncomfortable the whole time. There were about 150 people there, all hand-selected. More and more uncomfortable because that just isn't where the focus should have been. Because the focus should have been, as OICW focuses, on opportunity for those people in America that would like to have a career, a vocation, a skill, something they can provide that's of value to our society. And I couldn't help myself, so I raised my hand. Up I went, my voice breaking a little bit. I was in pretty fast company, but I reminded them that an opportunity should be there for everyone. Let's get off this SAT score thing. Let's get off this elite educational institution thing, and let's talk about the American people, because at least 80% of us may not or will not attend a formal university. We may do some community college work, which is fine, but by and large, the American people need a career, need an opportunity, a vocation, something they can call their own, to give them self-esteem and to be of value to society. And where do you find that? You find that in this room, this gathering. OICW provides that. There's not enough of it around the country, but at least we can take pride here today for work that OICW does, giving people an opportunity to develop self-worth, self-esteem, and be productive members of society. So that was my voice. And that's what I said. And by the way, when I sat down, I had a smattering of applause. I really did. I just want to thank Ronnie for this. Ronnie, one of the great football players of all time. Every time they speak of the top 20 players, top 10 players, these men, Jim and Ronnie and these guys, they're all right at the top. You're looking at history and these great basketball players. I mean, it's just a privilege for me to be around them. But I must say that I appreciate this award. I'll be here from now until whenever. I'm looking forward to joining Ted Leland back at Stanford. There's work to do there that I hope I can help Ted with and with the athletes. But in the meantime, welcome today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you.
Ted Leland just got on our board. Just joined our board.
Sharon tells me that Ted Leland just joined the OICW board. Don't we look alike, though? People are always saying, you say, you look like Ronnie Lott or Mahalia Jackson.